I'm flipping a house in Florida, and this is day one. My name's Christina. I flip houses for a living, and a lot of people show the before and after, but I want to show you the before, but also all the decisions that you need to make on day one to make sure that you have a really good, successful flip. The first thing that I do is I walk through the house, and I look for wallpaper, and I look at the texture on the ceilings. When you see ceilings like this, that's a popcorn finish, and that's a no-go. No buyer wants that. So you gotta get rid of any ceiling that has popcorn, and then for me, any old wallpaper has to go. The next thing I'm gonna do is I look at all the floors. So in this house, there's carpet throughout the house. You see in the bathrooms, both of them are the same. There's just vinyl flooring, same thing in the kitchen. So all of that flooring will get ripped up, the carpet, the vinyl, and it will get replaced with luxury vinyl plank. This was outside, but this is actually the color I'm gonna use. This is leftover material from the last flip. It's a Somerville wheat. It's a really good quality luxury vinyl plank. That'll go throughout the living and kitchen areas, and then in the bathrooms, I do tile. The next thing I do is I walk through the house and I say to myself, okay, what walls do I need to knock down to make this an open concept? Most of the houses that I flip are really closed off. So right away I know that this entire wall right here is going to be knocked down as much as it possibly can, because this is no good. A buyer is gonna walk in here and be like, this is okay. But once this is knocked down and this is completely open, so this wall will get knocked down and this entire wall will be gone. The kitchen will be extended all along this wall, and there'll be an island in front of it. It's gonna open up this so much and make anybody walk into this house and just give that wow factor, whereas right now, you walk in and it's kind of lame, boring, and just looks old. So I think, what walls am I gonna knock down, but then also what ceilings am I going to raise? So if you see in this bathroom right here, this is very common. You'll see this drop down with a light. That's all gotta go. So this will be raised up. Same thing in this bathroom. This will be raised up, that'll be gone. And this will be raised up. It just gives much more of an open feeling. The next thing I do is I walk the house and look at all the baseboard and the trim. So if you look at this trim, very common in older homes, it's like rounded. I think they call it clamshell, something like that. I don't know the actual term. And the baseboards. If you look at this baseboard, it's like maybe 2 inches. So all this trim needs to be replaced. You can get it at Home Depot. They're called Pro Packs. And the same thing with the baseboards. You want to get the at least 5 1/4 inch. I believe it's a 1/4 inch. But the bigger the baseboard, the more grand the space looks, and if you're trying to sell it for more money, that's something you gotta do. Then you gotta walk around and look at your doors, right? If you're trying to sell a new house, you're not just gonna paint these, you're gonna completely replace them. Same thing with the interior doors. You don't want a door that looks like this. You gotta replace not only all the fixtures on the doors, the hinges on the doors, but you have to replace the door itself. Then I go outside and look at the exterior. This house has a pool. Do I need to redo the tile? It has, looks like some cracks in the area around the pool. Am I gonna repaint that? Am I going to retexture it? Decisions that you have to think about if you have a pool. If you're flipping a house that does not have a huge yard, you need to make do with what you have. So for example, this house has an okay size side yard, but it really doesn't have a backyard. It's okay though because it has a pool, so that makes up for some of that, but you really want to make the most of what you do have. So this shed is gonna go. I will resod this area and put a fence in the back so that the new owner can use what they do have of their yard. So that way now they'll have a pool, a little bit of yard in the back with a fence for some privacy, and then this entire thing will be gone so they have a side yard. So now that I've walked the entire house, we need to actually get rid of the stuff that's existing in here and start on the demo. So that's what we're doing now.
What's this dude got in here?
If you made it this far, you are definitely interested in house flipping. You should follow me, but also check out my website because I help people purchase and flip their first house.